Hello everybody and welcome back to a new FC24 video on the channel. The first of the new FIFA or the new franchise or whatever you want to call it. It's no longer FIFA, it's now FC24. Strange name, but we'll move, we'll get used to it. Today I'm bringing you a OP squad, or what I believe to be the best value for money squad for under 100,000 coins. So there's going to be some meta players in here. I've tried to base it off of not only players that are meta from previous years, but also kind of the price ranges for the start of the game. I know last year was a bit out there, not really the usual trend in prices at the start of the game, so it's going to be a bit tough. Maybe slightly over, maybe 10, 20k over the 100k mark, or it might even be really cheap. There's a few players in here that might be, that are more expensive than others, but I think the overall balance of the team should equivalate or should total to around just under 100,000 coins. So without further ado, let's get straight into the team and show you what I believe to be the best 100,000 coin team in FC24. So for the chemistry, it's the same as last year. So you're going to need a Serie A manager, which I've added up here, to get it to the 433 chemistry. And let's just get straight into it. So it's a mix, a bit of a hybrid. And in goal is Vicario, the new Tottenham goalkeeper. He done well, didn't all right in real life. Tottenham doing very well, obviously. Time recording this, they just won a few Manager of the Months and Player of the Months and Goal of the Months. So Tottenham are doing very well. But I think, keepers, you just need someone solid in net at the start of the game. Doesn't really have to be someone amazing, for the first week or two in the game. You just want to have a solid team that you can go into some rivals with and try and get a good placement. And then the two centre-backs are two of the best parts of the team. One of them is actually a new Spurs player, Vicario's teammate, but we'll start on the right first. And we'll go for Liverpool's Ibrahim Konate. Now, I think he's been done a bit dirty on the pace and, really his whole card, to be honest. He's been very good for Liverpool over the past 2 years. Definitely learning off Van Dijk very well. But I think the pace, 77, could be higher, to be honest. But at the start of the game, 77 pace on the centre-back is quite good. It's decent defending physicality as well. And the player I was on about is Mickey van de Ven. His pace, 85, is quite ridiculous. Obviously, Konate's got a bit of the upper hand on the physical and defending, but Van de Ven, 85 pace. I think he's going to be one of the players that you may have to wait a couple of days to get because his price is going to be so high at the start of the game from all the hype around him and the demand on Premier League centre-backs with a lot of pace. And with him only being 78 rated, obviously that puts a max on how much he should realistically be with the price ranges, but you never know with EA. Now, at right back, so I've got this on my screen here, so I remember who I have. We're going to have Juan Cuadrado. So you can see the new leagues are coming in already. If we find Juan Cuadrado, if he wants to come up, here he is. Juan Cuadrado. Now, decent again. All you need is pace at the start of every year, really. But 88 pace, 84 dribbling, 74 defending. Defending a bit on the low side, but you can get away with it if you're going to play him as an attacking fullback. On the opposite side, it may even come up here. So I forgot to mention this Easy SBC. As you can see at the top left is the website we're using. If you've not heard of it already, it's a website that someone has developed or a team has developed that uses AI or artificial intelligence to kind of auto fill squads in. So if you need SBCs or you're just looking to build a team like this at the start of the game for a starter squad, it will auto fill using AI to kind of get the best chemistry possible, whilst also taking into consideration meta. So you can see here the meta rating is 28.1. I'm not actually sure what that goes up to. I'll guess it was 100, but we will see at the end of this how high we get. The left back is another pace merchant, Marusic, 88 pace. So 288 pace. You look at the pace of the defense, 88, 85, 77, 88. Konate should, I think, at least be about 82. But we can get away with it because Van de Ven does kind of improve, or 85 pace, sorry. You can easily get across to cover. Now, in the left centre mid role, it's someone who has kind of been transformed into centre mid after a bit of struggles further up the pitch. Is Joel Linton. His stats are very good, especially for the start of the game. He's very, very, very well rounded, and you wouldn't have believed it maybe 3 years ago that Joel Linton's lowest stat would be shooting, considering he was a striker. But I think that just kind of proves how well-rounded he's become. The fact his defending is a whole 10 higher. He's got good physicality, good dribbling, good defending. decent pace for centre mid. Passing, if you get him chemistry star to improve that passing and possibly shooting, maybe pace you might want. You've got a very solid centre mid. And on the other side is one of the other expensive players, is Rabiot from Juventus. I mean, his stats likewise to Joelinton is just very, very, very well rounded. Slightly higher, higher stats compared to Joelinton. As you can see, he's also too high rated, but this is one of the cards I'm expecting is going to be quite popular at the start of the game just because of how well rounded his stats are. And then to finish the midfield, there's another player here who is very, very tasty as stats. Dominic Soboslai. Now, he's hit the ground running in real life, and I mean, with these stats, if you give him some, I don't really know what chemistry style, I can't, because it's been that long since I played, what each one does, but if you want to try and improve that dribbling a tiny bit, maybe an engine, pace, passing, dribbling, I think that could be quite a very tasty card. I mean, you know, you've got two box-to-box players here. It even says what the best position is, or best role, sorry. Box-to-box for Joelinton, powerful the Emperor Rabiot, and then a playmaker for Soboslai. And I think the good thing about this midfield is that you can maybe switch into a 4-2-3-1, something slightly more meta in-game, and have Joelinton and Rabiot as a double pivot, and then Soboslai in the cam. And I think that could work very well. Because, you know, that would also allow Cuadrado and Morisic to get forward slightly more. And now we move on to the most exciting part about any team, and that's the front three. Now, on the right here, we're going to have Felipe Anderson, if I can spell. Oh, he's popped up anyway. Look, this is the AI suggestion. Felipe Anderson, another, you know, he's always quite sweaty and, you know, useful at the start of the game just because of his pace and his dribbling. He's got all right shooting, you know, you might want to improve the shooting and passing with the chemistry style. But other than that, for 81 rated, that's a pretty good card, to be honest. The left wing is probably the most expensive player. I remember last year, he started on the web app around 20k, and then he was about 30k when the game came out, and then he slowly went back down again. So really, if it's going to go off that trend, you know, he's not going to be out of reach for everyone. You know, a bit of trading on the web app will easily help you get there. Speaking of the web app, if you do want a tutorial on maybe the best trading techniques, things to do in the web app, how to get those first, you know, 50k coins, just, you know, from spending no money, just trading, putting a bit of time and effort into the web app, I can definitely make that video because that's one of the most exciting parts for me, doing all the trading on the web app. You know, avoiding the bans. Nick, sometimes the EA do kind of think you're using bots to get there, but you know, there are some filters that have definitely underrated and not a lot of people know about. You know, and the fewer people doing it means more money you get. So if you really want me to release these filters, specific trading techniques, let me know down below. And then to finish the team, it may even come up here with the AI. So you can see we need 3 more chemistry points, and I don't think it is. It is Darwin Nunez. I mean, is it another pace, decent shooting? Yeah, you might want to give him a finisher, although, yeah, probably finisher is probably the best for him. That shooting and dribbling could be improved. But, you know, at the start of the game, Nunez was quite good for me last year. I think he was a bit 50-50, whether people liked him or not, but I thought he was quite good. I mean, that attack, 91 pace, 90 pace, 87, 87 dribbling, 85 dribbling, 81 shooting. I mean, he's got the same shooting as Luis Diaz, so, you know, you'd probably definitely want to be upgrading that shooting. But as you can see, we've got 33 chemistry, so it's max chemistry thanks to that manager in the Serie A. We've got a meta rating of 82.9. So I'm guessing for the start of the game, if that is out of 100, that's probably quite high. You'll be able to see some of the other squads we do in this kind of series leading up to the release of FIFA, that around the 80 mark is going to be quite good for meta. You know, I think the closer you get to 90 is the more, you know, your budget starts being stretched. But to be honest, I think for under 100k, this is definitely one of the best teams, or the best team you're going to be able to find. If there's anyone you think I've missed, any other good players, let me know down below in the comments. But other than that, I'd like to thank you for watching. Please remember, comment down below if you want any tutorials on the web app, things to do there. But other than that, thanks for watching. Enjoy this team. Enjoy the start of FIFA. I wish you luck in all your packs, and goodbye.